How you doing, guys? My name is Johnny Jones, and this is Military Transition Tips. And today I'm going to talk about setting goals and reaching those goals. So we all heard before that you need to set a goal and then you go after that goal, right? But we don't. No one really talks about what happens after you've achieved that goal, or even how to set that goal and how to pace yourself trying to make it. So here's something that I've always told people that I mentored, and so I'm going to pass it on in this video today. You should really be trying to set a dream first, right? Something that you aspire to be, or aspire to how you like your life to be, right? You don't want it to be something specific like I want to get this job. You kind of want it to be like an abstract idea, a dream, right? I wish that I had a job that allowed me to travel, and while I'm traveling, I would like to go do X, Y, and Z, and I'd like to be able to spend time with my kids. Like that's kind of like an abstract, you know, end state, and you can live within that abstract end state for a long period of time, and then so it can morph and it can evolve. But either way, you want to set yourself some sort of end state way up here, and then on the way down, you want to set goals, right? Each one of these goals should be something that takes you closer and closer and closer to that final end state. Now, the one thing that we don't talk about that often is what happens when you're trying to reach those goals. So, in between each goal, you should have a task, and each one of those tasks help you reach your goal. So, a lot of times we just try to push, we try to get to that goal. I want to get my bachelor's degree. And so you're just pushing hard, you're studying, you're going hard, you're going hard, you're going hard, and you're not thinking about anything else. You're trying to go just for that goal. And then you burn yourself out trying to reach it, right? Well, that's because you need to set tasks to help milestone your way to that goal. So what I like to tell people is set a task, set something that you can, realistically reach within a set amount of time. So I want to get my bachelor's degree. Okay. So a task would be, okay, I want to be able to reach, 40 credits. So let me concentrate on reaching 40 credits, right? Let me try to reach that. That way I have a checkpoint in my mind that's not so high up. So trying to reach that 120 credits. Normally that takes 4 years. If you're a veteran and you've got, your school is very gracious about, accepting this transfer credits from the military, maybe you only have 3 or 2.5 years, right? But either way, that goal is kind of long. So what you need to do is set like little tasks on your way. I want to get a certain amount of credits, or I want to get a certificate, something like that, where you can make your way to that final goal. But now here's the key. I mentioned a little bit earlier about burnout. The one thing you should think about is rest and relaxation. But in the context that I'm talking, I like to say resting is what you do in between tasks. So you reach a certain task. You got a certificate, or you got your certain amount of credits. You give yourself a moment of reprieve to let the load off a little bit. Now you don't want to let it off all the way that you're losing your track. You're not aiming at your goal, but you want to take a moment, a weekend or a day or whatever your schedule can allow, and allow yourself some time to let your hair down before you keep on chugging to the next task. Now, when you reach your goal, you take a moment, you take a little bit longer than a moment to relax. You reached a large milestone in your life. You reached a goal. You either got that degree, or you've got the job you're looking for, you got the hard certification you've been studying for, whatever your goal is, you've reached that at that point. Now what you want to do is you want to relax. You want to take your hair down. You want to go on a short vacation. You want to do something that'll make you happy, that'll recharge your batteries as you go for the next task on the way to the next goal. See, that's the key here. The key is you don't rest on your laurels. You keep pushing towards your next goal and your next task, because you still want to work towards that dream. But you don't want to burn yourself out. If you keep trying to power through these goals and you're not giving yourself time to relax, you'll burn yourself out. You get depressed. A lot of times people just give up because they're just tired. They don't want to do it anymore. They're tired. They feel like they're not going anywhere because they're not allowing themselves to rest or relax when they hit the goal. So take some time in between tasks to recharge. But when you hit that goal, you reward yourself. You give yourself, a decent amount of time. I would say no more than a week at the very most, to just take your mind off, to recharge, to not be gunning as hard as you were. And then you keep on pushing. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like, subscribe, and I'll keep releasing videos. If you have any suggestions, please put it down in the comments below. But until next time, peace.